what happens when Rahu is in 29 degrees in a specific zodiac sign. 29 degrees is a degree of great significance. Rahu, when is in 29 degrees, it means Rahu has just moved in a new house. He is coming from behind. He is your shadow. Wherever you move, he is following you. Be aware of your shadow, were the words of a great Sufi saint. Be aware of your shadow. How deep are these words? Only a man of awareness can realize the depth of it. Be aware of your shadow. The shadow is nothing but the shadow of your desires. So be aware of your desires, for they may drag you to the most miserable situations. And so the great Sufi saint says, be aware of your shadow. There was a man, and he was reading a story. He was alone on a farm in a small hut. In deep darkness of the night, he was reading a story. The story said that shadows are ghosts. He became so frightened that he looked at his own shadow and started running. Again he looked and the shadow was there. The natural logic was that he was not running fast enough. So he started running faster and faster. The faster he ran, the faster the shadow followed him. And this is how the faster you run to satisfy your desires, the faster the desires, that is the shadow, follows you. You think that by satisfying a desire you would overcome the desire, but that is a myth. The more you fall for your desires, the more you would be chased by your desires. And so the man became very tired, so much so that he could not run anymore. And just the moment he sat under the shadow of a tree, his shadow disappeared. Now look at this. This is of significance and this is so beautiful. The moment he sat under the shadow of the tree, his shadow disappeared. The moment you sit down, the moment you surrender to your master, your Lord, the shadow of desires no more exists. It starts evaporating. Sai Baba says, you must surrender your judgment to the Lord. Then the Lord will assume full responsibility and be the guardian, the guide, and the motivating power. But who wants to surrender? And who wants to stop, pause, and turn inwards? People are running after desires. One desire ends and a new begins. You are always found in the queue of desires, a queue that just never ends. The moment the man stops running and sits down under the tree, the shadow of the tree fades away the shadow of the man. You see, this tree is the holy divine master, Sadguru, the Lord of Lords. And when you are coming, surrendering yourself in totality to the shadow of the Lord, that is the tree, where is the question of you chasing your desires and making your life miserable? You have finally arrived. You have finally found peace in the holy presence of the Lord, your master. The way to get rid of your shadow is not to run away, is not to escape, but to look into its eyes and defeat it. Don't run away from the problem. Focus on the problem and you will find a solution. The moment you realize what Rahu is for yourself, what it means as far as you as an individual, you are slowly coming to the light of consciousness. It is good that people are looking at astrology. What is astrology? It is a science that brings you closer to the light of consciousness. At least you are becoming aware of the state of your planetary positions. Even though this awareness is just a tip of the iceberg, it is good to see you becoming conscious. Though very much on the outer circumference, but still it is good when I see some genuine followers of astrology who are not just interested to know what I am going to be, but are more interested to know who am I. Bhagavan Raman Maharshi says, your own self-realization is the greatest service you can render the world. Rahu, when in 29 degrees, is extremely powerful, and such a person should be careful. For in 29 degrees, Rahu is empowered with too much energy to spoil the game. Lao Tzu, one of the greatest spiritual masters, says, too much is the only sin. So my suggestion for an individual with 29 degrees Rahu is, be aware of your shadow. Be aware of indulging in too much. Meditate.